Jai Hind all, and today we will discuss about two drivers for the big data. What kind of the main reason to play the big data or process the big data, that called the drivers. So drivers of the big data architecture, characteristics, and 5 V's of big data. And the last is the big data technology components are there. So driver of the big data, it means who are the drive the big data, who are using the big data. So big data emerged in the last decade from the combination of business need and technology innovation. So we already know that big data is very huge amount of data. So that is the number of companies, just like Facebook, just like LinkedIn, Instagram, and TikTok. So these number of companies that have big data at the core of their strategy have become very successful at the beginning of the 21st century. Famous examples include Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix. A number of business drivers are at the core of this success, and explain why big data has quickly risen to become one of the most coveted topic in the industry. So the mainly 6 driver can be identified. The first, the digitization of the society. Right now, the almost many things are digitized. The plummeting of the technology cost, connectivity through cloud computing, increased knowledge about data science, social media application, and the upcoming IoT, Internet of Things. These are the drivers these are using into the big data. The first one is digitization of the society. So into the today's scenario, we almost everything is digitized, just like our online payment, our Facebook, our chat, our email, all these things. So big data is largely consumer driven, influenced by the action and needs of consumer and consumer oriented operation from the consumer viewpoint. Most people now spend 4 to 6 hours per day consuming and generating data through a variety of devices and application. Some study estimate 60% of data generated within the last 3 to 5 years, which is good indication of the rate with which society has digitized. Digital transformation, creating new business, strategic shift to earn money. Digitalization, adapting and improving business process, transition to save money. And digitization, converting analog data to digital, translation to go digital. The plummeting of technology cost. The cost of data storage and processor keep declining, making it possible for small business and individual to become involved with the big data. So beside the plummeting of the storage cost, a second key contributing factor of the affordability of the big data has been development of open source big data software framework. The most popular software framework is Apache Hadoop for the distributed storage and the processing. Due to the high availability of these software framework in open source, it has become increasingly inexpensive to start big data project in our organization. Historical cost of computer memory and storage. So in 2005 to 2020, the disk uses flash disk card, SSD, HD small drive. So definitely is blow down to all the devices using of the price of the USD at MB per USD per MB. Okay. Third is connectivity through the cloud computing. Today's maximum devices are using the cloud storage. So cloud service with carrier Ethernet, Alibaba Cloud, Salesforce, Rackspace, IBM, Amazon, SAP, Azure. These are the location center where your data is stored. Google Drive. All these are using the cloud storage. So cloud computing environment have made it possible to quickly scale up the scale down IT infrastructure and facility a pay as you go model. According to, for example, if you are purchasing the more storage to purchase to money, give money to the vendor. Instead, they can license the storage and processing capacity they need and only pay for the amount actually used. As a result, most of the big data solutions leverage the possibilities of cloud computing to deliver their solution to enterprise. Increase knowledge about data science. So data science life cycle. First, identify the business understanding. Second, it is data mining. Third is to data cleaning. Fourth is data exploration. Fifth is feature engineering. Sixth is predictive modeling. And seven is data visualize. So that is the 7 step of data science life cycle for starting to end. Social media application. In the today's scenarios, the social media application is generate so many of data types like TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, Pinterest, WhatsApp, Snapchat, Instagram and Facebook. So higher user engagement, complete access of the data, traceability, purchasing power, easy monetization. So these are basically they increase the data day by day. The social media data might even be considered one of the most important business driver of the big data. The last, the upcoming internet IoT, the Internet of Things IoT is the network. In the IoT, we are using the anywhere we are using our devices from anywhere. So physical device, vehicle, home appliance and other items embedded with the electronic, software, sensor, actuator and network connectivity which enable these objects to connect and exchange data. It is increasingly gaining popularity as consumer good providers start including smart sensor in household applications. The next is big data architecture. So it is compressing system of processing a vast amount of data. The big data architecture framework lays out the blueprint of the providing solution and infrastructure to handle big data depending on organization needs. So it's clearly defined the architecture, component of the big data analytic, layers to be used and flow of information. So the reference point is ingesting, processing, storing, managing, assessing and analyze the data. So a typical big data architecture framework looks like below, having the following big data architecture layers like this. So here is the 3 kind of data. First one is the structured data, just like the customer relationship management ERP data. Second, semi-structured data, JSON file, XML file, CSV file, HTML file, log file. There is the NoSQL data, that is semi-structured. Or this is the unstructured data, that is the social media sites, sensor data, PDF, etc. etc. So first is data injection using with the data storage, RDMS, NoSQL, HDFS. Okay. Then analytic and servicing using with the real-time streaming in memory, using with the speed and real-time views. Statistical machine learning, recommendation, predictive knowledge graph or pre-computed view. After that analyzing of data, that data consumption using the business intelligence dashboard, reporting, data visualization, insight of the data, real-time alerting, search querying or enterprises data warehouse. So these are the big data governance also. So what kind of policies are there? Okay. So that is the overall architecture of the big data. So first one is, there are the 4 main big data architecture layered in the architecture of the big data. Data injection, it means to data inject, responsible to collecting and storing data from various sources. In big data injection process of ETL, extract, transform and load from various sources and loading it to the new data repository. Data injection is a key component of big data architecture because it's determined how data will be ingested, transformed and stored. Second one is data processing. In the second layer, responsible for to collecting, cleaning and preparing of data analysis. The layer is crucial for ensuring that the data is high quality and ready to be used in the future. Data storage is the third layer, responsible after the cleaning of data, processing of the data, storing the data format that can be easily accessed and analyzed. So this layer is essential for ensuring the data is accessible and available to the other layer. Last is data visualization. So data visualization is the fourth layer and is responsible for creating visualization of the data that human can easily understand. The layer is important for making the data accessible. Define your requirement, choose the right technology, determine the data processing flow, optimize for scalability, ensure data security, test and validate or monitor and maintain. So these are the some steps which is using into the big data architecture. First, identify the requirement, then write technology, which kind of technologies are used, then data processing, then optimize according to the scalability, data security, and test and validate, monitor and the maintain. 5 V's of big data, we already know that: volume, veracity, velocity, variety or value. Value, it means statistical, data into memory, data in action, terabyte, exabyte, zettabytes, uncertainty, incompleteness, inconsistency, batch, real-time streaming, or structured, unstructured or multimedia. So these are the 5 V's of using into the big data. So variety, expanding of universe of data type and source, like structured, semi-structured, unstructured or mixed. What kind of data processing? Okay, speed of the data. How much of the data, terabyte or petabyte. Data reliability and trust, verifying and validating the data. And usefulness of the data in decision making. The number of count does not matter, what the insight does. So volume, how the size of the data, variety, the structured, unstructured and the semi-structured data. So data will only be collected from the database and sheet in the past, but these type of comes array from that are PDF, email, audio, SM, post, photos, video. Veracity means how much the data is reliable. It has many ways to filter out, translate the data. Veracity is the process of being able to handle the managed data efficiently. Big data is also essential business development. Value of the data, it is not the data that we process or store. It is valuable and reliable data that we store, process and also rely. Velocity is play the important role compared to the other. Velocity creates the speed by which the data is created in real time. It contains the linking of incoming data, set speed, rate of changes and activity burst, the primary aspect of the big data to provide demanding data rapidly. So these are the some big data technology component: data storage, data mining, data analytics, data visualization. Data storage using these type of tools: Hadoop, MongoDB, Cassandra, Rainstar. Analytic, blockchain, Spark, Kafka, NIME, R. Visualization, Tableau, Plotify. Mining, Presto, Rapid Miner or Elasticsearch. So these are the 4 different type of component and different tools are using. So that is the we can say that stepwise process: data source, data storage, data mining, data analytics or data visualization. Data source, external data or internal data like Facebook, like company's data. Storage, Apache Hardbook, MongoDB, Cassandra using. Mining, we are using extract useful information data. We have analyzed the data, useful data using with IBM Analytics, Spark or Kafka, or that after we have to show the data according to the user's need using with the Tableau, Power BI, Clipfolio and Looker also. So data storage like Apache Hadoop, that is basically using for the data storage. So we have to store the data. So most data storage platform are compatible with other program. 2 commonly used tools are Apache Hadoop and the MongoDB. So Apache is most widely used data tool, open source software platform that store and process big data in a distributed computing environment across hardware cluster. This distribution allows for the faster data processing. The framework is designed to reduce bug or fault, be scaled and process all data format. Second one is data mining. So data mining extract the useful pattern and trend from the raw data. So big data technologies such as Rapid Miner and Presto can turn unstructured and structured data into the useful information using Rapid Miner or Presto. These are the 2 tools are using into the data mining. Data analytics using from the useful data to analyze the data are used to clean and transform data into information that can be used to drive business decision. This next step after data mining is where user perform algorithm, models, machine learning, predictive analysis using with the Apache Spark and the Splunk. Spark is popular big data tools of data analysis using with the Apache because it is fast and efficient at running application, and Spark support a wide variety of data analytic tasks and queries. Splunk is popular big data analytic tool for deriving insight from the large data set. So it has ability to generate graph, charts, reports and dashboard also. Splunk also enable user to incorporate AI into the data outcomes. Data visualization, it means visualize the data after the analysis of the data. Finally, is show the data using with the manager point of view or COE point of view. So finally, big data technology can be used to create stunning visualization from the data and data-oriented roles. Data visualization skill that is beneficially for presenting recommendation to stakeholder for business profitability and operation to tell the impactful story with a simple graph. Tableau, Looker, Power BI, these are the some data visualization tool. So using with the pie chart, bar chart, box plot, Gantt chart, it is secure platform that allow user to share visualization and dashboard in real time. Looker is business intelligence tool used to make sense of big data analytics and then share those insights with other teams. Charts, graph, dashboard can be configured with a query such as monitoring weekly brand engagement through the social media analytics. So these are the some big data application. The first one is the tracking customer spending habits, shopping behavior. We can target the a specific person. Just like big retail store like Amazon, Walmart, Big Bazaar, etc. Management team has to keep data of customer spending habit, shopping behavior, customer most like product. Also, it is using the recommendation. If you are spending time spending habit to shopping such type of product, then the e-commerce site recommended these product in your app. So e-commerce site Amazon, Walmart, Flipkart does product recommendation. They track whether product which customer is searching. Based on that data, they recommend the type of product is to the customer. Using a smart traffic system, right now using with the Ola or Uber cab, which will traffic for different road collected through camera kept beside the road, entry and exit point of the city, GPS device placed in the Google map. So we are using the big data application. Secure air traffic. So at various place of flight like propeller, sensor presented are there. So these sensors capture data like the speed of the flight, moisture, temperature and environmental condition. Based on such data analysis, an environment parameter within flight are set up and varied. Auto driving, right now the Tesla is created the auto driving car without human interpretation. That is also we have to train the model, and the model is by default it's create the car. So car camera, sensor plates that gather data like the size of the surrounding car, obstacle, distance from those. So these data are being analyzed, then various calculation like how many angle to rotate, what would be the speed, when to speed, when to carry it out, and these calculations have to take action manually. Virtual personal assistant tool just like Alexa or Google Assistant, Siri, also using the big data application. Track the location of the user, their local time, season, other data related to the question asked, etc. Analyzing all such data and providing an answer. IoT, in today's scenario, we are using in the healthcare field, big data is providing a significant contribution. Using big data tools, data regarding patient experience, robotic surgery, and so on, using with these IoT devices. Education sector, so online educational courses, the Google Meet and the Zoom, etc., using with the education sector also. Energy sector, smart electric meter read consumed power every 15 minutes and send this read data to the server where data is analyzed, and it can be estimated what is the time in a day when power load is less throughout the city and what is the time of the day the power load is high. So by the system manufacturing unit of housekeeper are suggested the time when they should drive their heavy machine in the night time when power load less to enjoy less electricity bill. We are also using media and entertainment sector, media and entertainment service providing company like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Spotify to analysis on data collected from their users. So data like what type of video, what kind of music, what type of different type of videos are there. So how long user can spending on site, etc. are collected, analyzed and set the next business strategy. So these are the application of the big data: banking, communication, healthcare, education, manufacturing, energy, transportation, retail, insurance and government. So that is the overall architecture of the big data. And ETL layer, extract, transform, load, data preparation layer, data cleansing, feature engineering layer using the data transformation, model building validation using the machine learning, regression, classification, clustering, cross validation or testing, custom UI application using with Python, using with Java, using with Microsoft.NET. We are also using third-party tools, Power BI, Tableau, Excel, Quick. We are using the staging area of the data cleansing, filtering, splitting, joining business tools, descriptive statics, correlation analysis, that is using for the data exploration. And also we are using the synthetic feature generation using for brainstorming, subject matter expertise or heuristic engineering also. These are some references which are using for the point of view. And if you have any query, just ask me my question, any question from my mail ID guptapradeep@akgc.ac.in. Thank you very much.